Hello, welcome to a new tutorial today. We're going to be doing ME networks. So this is a very basic storage system. It's from modpack, where is it? It's applied Energistics, and I think it also can have a bit of extra cells in there. Yeah. So I am on the Energistics complete pack, as I was last tutorial, and I'm going to show you how to put up a very basic system and then add some extras to it. Hence why I've got these two here. Right, so the very first things you will need are these three things here. Let's go out of creative actually. We've got these three machines here, which is an ME controller, which is made like this. So 4 iron, 4 fluix crystals, I would say, which are made nether quartz, certus quartz and redstone, which is quite common. You're going to need a lot of quartz in this, and an advanced processor, which you normally smelt. An advanced processor assembly, which is made from diamond to redstone. That's any type of quartz dust smelted, and a quartz cutting knife. Right, which you'll also need, but you get the quartz cutting knife back. So that's when you make an ME controller, which is where all the power goes in. So let's put that down. Right, actually I lied, we need that as well. Right, so then we're going to need somewhere to put all of this data or all the blocks that we put into it. So we can either have an ME drive or an ME chest. ME chest, very small, but I also think you can get stuff out of it once it's done. Actually, let's just get the cables. I don't use ME chests ever, really, because I really don't like them. I think if you've got enough materials to make an ME network, you've got enough to make an ME whatever. Anyway, we'll have a look at that in a moment. But anyway, so that pickaxe, let's just get a diamond one quickly. Just break that. Yeah. So you can make this, which is very small and very cheap, out of 5 iron, a chest, 2 glass, and a conversion matrix. These are also quite commonly used. So it's 4 iron, 2 flux dust, certus quartz, nether quartz. Dust is two different types of quartz dust over a redstone. Oh dear, I am terrible at this game. And then the ME basic processor is just like that diamond one we had before, but it's gold in the middle. Right, so that's then plonked down like that. So you can either use that, which of course has a very limited amount of space, or you can make this ME drive. Right, ME drives made very similar, so 4 iron, glass chest, and then 2 of these processors. So I want to show you how to make one of those. Right, but that doesn't do anything. It needs drives inside it. Now there are lots of different types of drives. Let's go for, where's the smallest? There's 1K. Oh, I've got, these were in order, I swear. So there's 1K, 4K, 16K, 64K. They're all the 4 from the actual same mod pack as this whole system's from. Then with extra cells, they've added a 256K, a 1 and 4 and 16M, which I'm not sure what it stands by. I'm guessing it's not really megabytes, is it? Actually, it could be. I think it's megabytes probably. Let's see. Yeah. Right. Okay. So these are a lot bigger, and I haven't actually really gotten to using those yet because I just sort of just make more of these ones instead of one huge one, which you don't really need. But anyway, so let's go 1K, 4K, 16. Oh, I've got 2 16s. Oh, that's 16M. 16K and a 64K storage. Right, so of course the 1K is a lot easier. It's very sort of modular almost. So you got iron, redstone, glass, storage cell, which is made out of certus quartz, redstone, and I've already shown you how to make a basic processor. So that makes you the 1K storage, which can store 63 different types of items. So that would be like iron ore, one of those. That would be 3 types, those 3. and it could also store 1024 of those types, which is good and bad. I mean, it basically means you can have, every hard drive has the same amount of types, but it's just a different amount it can hold. So if you're having lots of different types of things, so let's say you are storing loads of different types of pickaxes or whatever, you would want a smaller one because of pickaxes don't stack. Which is, so for good for starting, I would definitely go with 1K. Don't just bust it out with the 64K. But yeah, so let's get the 4K and put that one back. Right, so 4K, very similar, but it needs a storage segment, which is made from 3 storage cells, and then the 64K is made from a storage block, which is made from 3 storage segments, glowstone, and an advanced processor, which is the one with the diamond. And then the 64K is made from a storage cluster, which is 3 of those, and the diamond again. Right, so let's just put all these in, and let's get these big ones out. No, that's not the right one. That one or that one? That one. I have actually never ever used these, but we'll have a look anyway. So this is a kilo storage cluster. So that's even, yeah, so that's 3 storage clusters, flux dust, diamonds, and that's huge. So that's like 3 of these and a bit. And then actually you can all have a look at this in your own too many items if you're on the same mod pack. But if not, sorry, ask me if you need it, basically. Okay, so now what you can do, we've got a way of storing it, we've got a way of powering it, but we don't have a way of getting things in and out. So this is where your ME crafting terminal and your access terminal come into play. An access terminal here will let you see all your items. It's made with 3 glass, 2 iron on either side, an ME cable, and a conversion matrix, which is, you've all seen how to make that, I've already shown you. How to make the majority of that. And then an ME cable, which is 3 flux dust, 3 glass on either side, and it makes you 3 ME cables. Right, now if you could access that, you can see all the stuff you put in there. So if you put something in there, you can see what it is. This, you can already see I've just put in 64 iron. It's used up 1 type, and it's using 16 of that 124. I don't know why it's 16. So, I didn't even know that. Wait, is it on something other drive? No, okay, so a stack uses 16. Didn't know that. Okay. So this ME chest I don't actually know. I think, let's get rid of that, and that. Oh, I've just realized what I've done. Let's put this back down, and put stuff in there. Oh, no, that doesn't work even. Okay. It's blatantly obvious. I have no idea how to use that. So, goodbye. Let's put that all away. But that's another thing you can look into, or I'll look into if you really need me to, or if you want me to. Right, okay, so an access terminal is okay and good. You can get all your stuff in and out, but you can't, you'll have to get your stuff out, go into a crafting table, craft it, and put whatever back in, which is kind of annoying. That's where the crafting table comes into play. A crafting table is made out of an access terminal, so you have to make that first. Glass, redstone, crafting table, and a storage cell, which is the annoying fiddly part of it, which I've already shown you how to make. So this, put in iron, oil, or you can put in whatever you have. Take it out and you can craft stuff, but also if there was a recipe there and I click on it, it will carry on taking it out of the ME network, which is good and bad. Because of good, you don't have to find out how much you need and put it in, but I found it quite annoying when you make an obsessive amount of something that you don't actually need. Okay, so this is a very good storage system. You need more storage, then you can add more drives, make more, or make a completely new ME drive and put it on top on the, so if in case you're out of space. Now you can see you have a green light on the front. If that green light turns orange, it's because of the drive is full up on types. It can have more of that type, so let's say it was full up on different things and it only had 1 iron ore. It could still take more iron ore, but it couldn't take some yellow wool, imagine. And if it's red, that means all the bytes are used. You can't fit any more information on that drive. No matter what type it is, it's basically full. Right, now, these go, that's sort of the basic one. This is just a creative energy cell, which this can link to anything. I normally use basic, or, well, universal cables. You can upgrade them if you want. But I use these because of these convert to anything, and that could be a solar panel, it could be a nuclear reactor, it could be absolutely anything. So let's move on to the more advanced part. Well, I say advanced, it's slightly more advanced. Let's make it do stuff for us. So we're going to need these few things. We're going to need to, for the main part, we're going to need all of that. Right, okay. So we're going to need, for the basic one, we're going to need an ME assembler containment wall, 20 of those to make the smallest one possible. Just gold, iron, and Certus quartz, which is not as expensive as you may think, but it gets more expensive. Now this can be any shape you want. Let's just put it right here. Right, so let's build, what you have to do is you have to build a very basic frame. Right, so this could be, well, I say, yeah, it has to be a square or rectangle, I think. So this could come one more block this way, it could come one more block this way, but I've just counted the cheapest one. I was going to say how much blocks each one of them is. Then you need some ME heat vents, which are iron bars, iron, and an ME cable, which you already know how to make. And this all goes around the edges. Now, this is where these two blocks come in, the pattern provider and the crafting CPU. The pattern provider gives you an extra page of different crafting recipes. What this whole block does, when connected up to the ME network, it will allow you to auto-craft things that you've programmed it to do. So I normally give it a pattern provider, which is made, 2 conversion matrices, an ME processor, which you already know how to make, crafting table, 4 iron, and you already know how to make a storage cell. So that normally goes in the middle. You could also use a crafting CPU, which makes it faster, which is also quite expensive. But if you have a big one, like I said, let's say this, it was instead of 3x3, it was 3x3x3, it was 4x4x4. That means you'd have 4 blocks in the middle, no, 8 blocks in the middle that you could change. So you could have 4 pattern providers and 4 crafting CPUs, just to optimize its performance, which you can change the ratios of. So, yeah, you know how to make all that now. So I don't really use those because, well, for the basic one I don't use them, and it also gives you quite a lot of space already. So then an ME heat vent just seals it all up, and you can see it's now changed into this multi-block structure. If you right click on it, you can see it's got all these different spaces for any patterns you want, basically. That's just when you're going to need a pattern encoder, which is iron, crafting table, conversion matrix, which I've already shown you how to make. Put this down. This is a completely separate machine. You don't even need anything else. Right, this is when, well, we don't actually need anything else. So, okay. So this is when you'll also need blank patterns, which are made from glowstone, Certus quartz, glass, and iron. These, when you right click on this machine, you put them in the top, and this is when you can start doing crafting things. Just so I can put this away, I'm going to put that there. Also, you can put this right next to this machine here, and then you won't need to wire it up. This is where your ME cable comes in useful, just to literally wire it up. Any block connected to any block should work. Actually, let's just put it all in there. Right, you'll see what the iron ore is for later. So let's quickly get us some, what should we get? Stick. Actually, we will need, so let's just get that. We're going to need to make a stick first as well. Actually, we don't need to. That was a lie. And let's also get some gold. Oh dear, this is slow. It's running a server at the same. Oh, I don't need that many. Oh, never mind. Oh dear. I'm running a server at the same time, which is probably a bad idea. Wait, why am I looking? Oh, I'm looking for iron, aren't I? I was looking for glass. but I will need glass. Screw it. Too slow. Right, okay. So, let's say you wanted to make it automatically be able to make sticks. All you need to do is type in the recipe, which is like so, and then click encode. And let's make a few more. So let's go a chest. Oh dear. See, I accidentally miscoded that slightly. So I put 2 down in this bottom corner. So now it's actually going to try and use 2 to make it. So I'm going to redo that. I don't know what you can do with that. Whether you can... Let's have a look. Can you recode it? Yep, you can recode it. Cool. Nice. I'll just use that one for something else. Right, okay. You're going to need quite a few of these throughout the game. Also, I've just noticed that it doesn't actually use any of your materials. You get to keep them all. You're going to need a machine frame for lots of different things. For example, these 2 machines use them. Redstone furnace and a pulverizer. Anyway, these just go straight in there. So, pattern for a chest, stick, and a machine frame. Now you can see that here, let's pull that stuff in. Here is all, let's say this was massive, but here is all the things you might want. So let's say you wanted a chest. All I have to do is click, I might want 10 chests, 64 chests, I can type it in here. If I want 1000 chests, let's just go with 2 or 3. Begin. 1, 2, 3. 3 chests, there you go. You can see all the woods, some of the wood's now gone. Now you can see the 4 sticks there. Let's say I use those up in crafting. I can then now begin, and it's now going to make me 64 of those, but actually I want some of that. So if it doesn't have the materials, it won't be able to do it. But anyway, here's the crafting thing and working. So I'll put that back. If I want one of those, let's put 1 and begin. There you go, straight away. Cool. Right. So that's okay. We've now got automatically crafting, which can be useful for speeding up stuff. Especially if you've got a very complex sort of design that you don't really have to ruin, but you have to make a stick, so you quite literally just quickly click that. Okay, but let's now try and get some automatic machines going. This is where ME interfaces come into play, and also ME input buses come into play. So an ME interface, which will need 1 per machine, is 4 iron, ME cable, 3 glass, and a conversion matrix, which you all know how to do already, because I've shown you. And you put these right above the machines. Let's put that in there, and then... Oh, no, I'll just pick them back up again. And then you're going to need an ME import bus, and some probably more ME cable. Right. Now these machines are configured here, and you click on whatever needs to come in out. So that basically means on this side there's orange there, and whatever is here will be pulled out through there. If it's blue, that means whatever is on this side will go into it, sort of thing. So it gets whatever's in this slot from this side. In the same way, it will push out whatever's in there from this side. So we want stuff to come in through the ME interface, so that needs to be blue, and go out through here. So let's put an ME import bus, which will import stuff into the system right there. And let's also hook up the ME interface. Right, and then on this side, we're also going to need an ME import bus, and we want whatever's there to go up into the system. And then we're going to need whatever's blue to be in the ME import bus. Now I don't know whether this will actually work because of these 2 blocks are touching. I might need to put a massive loop in. But let's have a quick look. So we need ME blank patterns. And to make this all work, we're going to need to pulverize something. And now it might get sucked up. If not, I have to catch it. Let's have a quick look. Yeah, it got sucked up. This will be the moment of truth. It's right there. So I don't actually need stuff to go all the way around. So at the moment, it now sucks it all up and puts it back there. But I don't really want that. What I want is for it to be able to auto-craft, which is what or auto-smelt, which is now what I'm going to teach it to do. Right, so, if I put an iron ore in there, it doesn't tell me it's going to be anything. This is when you get a pulverized iron ore, which you've just made in the pulverizer there. So now you're teaching it stuff. So you're telling it that an iron ore will make a pulverized iron. But it won't actually, I'm going to have to recode that. It makes 2. Let's re-encode that, yeah, cool. Otherwise, when you ask it to make 1 iron, it'll then make 2 and it'll waste your resources. But, okay, so here we have 1 iron ore makes 2 pulverized iron. That isn't a crafting recipe, that goes in this ME interface right up here. So it knows, if it's told to craft some pulverized iron, it will then take out the iron ore from in here, put it in through the ME interface into here, it will then get sucked back out and put back into the ME network. So we've now got that. So let's craft, let's just go with 2, and then we'll see what happens. And this machine is now on, it's getting pulverized, it gets sucked back up, you've now got 2. But we want it to also smelt, so we need now to teach it again that 1 pulverized iron makes 1 iron ingot. So now I've been taught that. Now that goes in, oh, don't want to break too much of it, to this machine, which is above here. So what we have 2, so let's craft 2 of that. But this pack is a lot more substantial than that. Let's take that out. Let's craft quickly 1 more. It goes through that, smelts, goes back through. Okay. So we've made 4 ingots, but what if we want to make, let's say 10? Begin. What happens now is it takes the iron ore, it's pulverizing it, which you'll see it quickly blip up here, or it might do, or it might go straight into the furnace. There you go. So it's pulverizing it, going through, then it's putting it into iron. So it knows that to make iron, it needs pulverized iron, and it will then smelt it. So with this, you can teach it to do all sorts of things. You can make it do this on the majority of machines. Put the stuff back away. Oh, no. And this can become bigger and bigger. This could also be huge, and you can teach it more and more stuff. It does cost a bit, but more and more stuff. And of course, the bigger the machine, the more things attached to it. So it knows in this machine here, the controller, it can tell you how much stuff is attached to this ME network, so you can see if stuff is working properly. Anyway, I have been Gbarty. My name is also now Gbarty. Thank you to the kids at Mojang for changing that for us, so we can now all change our names, which is great, because I used to be Zero Creeper Man Zero. One quick thing that you might want as well, didn't really think about this. Oh my god, this is slow today. Crafting monitor. This is made, basic processor, 3 iron, whatever. This goes wherever you want, and it will tell you, let's say you've crafted a stack of that, it will tell you what's crafting at the moment. If there's something missing, like let's say there's no iron ore, it will say missing materials, and then you can add them in, or it'll say what it's actually making if it's more than a 1-part thing. Anyway, back to before. I've been Gbarty. I am slowly making the HQ for my mod things. I've got halfway done pretty much. Anyway, thank you for watching. I've been Gbarty. Join us next time. Thank you very much.